Hi everybody, welcome to PUBG on the PlayStation 4, and today I wanted to do a little video about grenades. I'm really going to be looking at frag grenades. These tricky little buggers that can make the difference between life and death, and are incredibly useful for knocking people out from behind cover. Now, the main sort of grenades you get in the game are frag grenades, smoke grenades, stun grenades, and Molotov cocktails. I would suggest when you start off playing PUBG, you want to stick to frag grenades and smoke grenades. Frag grenades are your offensive weapon that you can throw through windows into buildings to get people, throw them to the right or left or behind cover to make people move or to damage them. And smoke grenades are your defensive weapons, so you use those when you're in a bit of a pinch. Maybe you need to revive a teammate, so you throw a smoke grenade down, or you need to move somewhere and need some instant cover, and that's what smoke grenades do. But let's start off with, we're just going to look at frag grenades here, and I just want to show you the basics. So, first things first, in fact, I'll tell you what I should do. Let me go and quickly grab a weapon so I can show you how to swap between them. And then we'll talk about how they work. So if we go in... Oh, this is the training ground, by the way. Fully recommend you have a crack at the training ground. Really good. You can play with all the different weapons, all the different kit. So let's just pick up a gun. Let's get my favourite, the M416. There she goes. Right, let's put a red dot on her. Okay. Now, first things first, frag grenades and smoke grenades, well, grenades, all of them, they're pretty heavy, so you can't carry that many, but they're very important. And I would suggest if you can get into the final circles with 2 or 3 frag grenades and, say, 2 smoke grenades, you put yourself in a very good position. So here we have some frag grenades. So, again, you can pick them up by pressing square, or you could go into your inventory and pick up local stuff there. And then to equip them, you press right on the D-pad, and then if you keep pressing right, you can. In fact, let me pick up a Molotov. If you keep pressing right, you'll swap between your various throwables. So here we've got a frag grenade. Now, to actually throw, to change back to your weapon, press triangle. You get your gun out again. Press right on the D-pad, and then you'll get your grenade out again. Now, to throw your grenade, what you do is you press the right trigger. And as you see, we're now aiming it. If we press the left trigger, we go from a high aim to a low aim. So if I press the left trigger, see? High aim to a low aim. So we could go from throwing something through a high window to just tossing it through a low window like that. If we want to cancel the throw and go back to a weapon, again, press triangle. Press right on the D-pad and we've got a grenade out again. Now, although you hear the ping of them taking out the pin, your character is holding in the spoon, if you like. But if you want to cook the grenade, you press the top left shoulder button, you know, the one on the top left, I think, and watch what happens. Right, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, throw, and we cook that grenade. So normally, if I just throw a normal grenade, let's see how long it takes to go off. About 6 seconds, isn't it? But let's do another one. But let's press top left on the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's throw it, and it should go bang. Goes off pretty quick. So that's how you cook grenades. The main thing grenades is just to practice throwing them. Now the red line that you can see on the screen there, fellas, you can really see it very well, is only a rough indicator. Doesn't really tell you where the grenade's going to end up, especially if you're going for smaller gaps like through windows and things like that. It can be quite difficult to figure out where it's going to go, and the only way you get this is through practice. Now on maps like Sandhawk, there are apples that you can practice throwing, and on Vikendi there's snowballs. But the main thing to practice is practice getting your grenade out and swapping between high and low throws. So if you're in that situation where you just need to toss a grenade through an open doorway or behind cover, you can do so. So a good example would be, let's take this. Imagine this was someone's behind here, like this, and they were kind of popping out like this, generally causing a nuisance of themselves. What you would then do, and say you were here and you were like, oh, trying to get a bead on them, and you couldn't. You get your grenade out, decide whether it needs a high or a low toss. Say this one probably needs a low toss. Cook it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Toss it behind. That would blow them from out of cover. They'd probably even get knocked over here, or they would get severely damaged anyway. And then you could go in, you know, and finish them off that way. In fact, a lot of the time what will happen with grenades is when you throw a grenade and people hear it pinging around, they'll run out from behind cover anyway, so that gives you time to go back to your weapon and finish them off that way. So there we go. So that's kind of a beginner's basic guide to grenades, frag grenades especially. Just remember, right trigger to start aiming, left trigger to switch between left, high and low aiming, top left shoulder button to aim the grenade, and then release right trigger to let it go. There we go. So hopefully that's been useful. If you've got any questions or comments, please put them in the box down below. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.